SmackDown Live just finished, and it's incredible the difference between Raw and SmackDown. I mean, it feels like two completely different companies running two completely different shows. By the end of SmackDown Live, I usually want a little bit more, and by the end of Raw, I usually want to kill myself. Now I'm, over-exaggerating for comedic effect, but not really. My name is Eric. Welcome to SmackDown Live Reactions. First thing in the morning. SmackDown Live kicks off this week with Daniel Bryan, who's in the middle of the ring and announces that at No Mercy, the SmackDown Women's Championship will be defended for the very first time, and that tonight, another first, we are going to have our first ever civil contract signing. No shenanigans. Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss make their way to the ring, and obviously they don't grasp the concept of what civil means, because Alexa Bliss immediately starts talking smack, and then Becky Lynch replies by saying she's gonna rip her head off. Easy, ladies. Easy. Alexa Bliss signs her contract and immediately smacks Becky Lynch over the head with it and then flips the table on her. These ladies they don't know what civil means. This is the complete opposite of civil. And then Becky Lynch chases Alexa Bliss to the back. Our first matchup this evening is between the Usos versus the American Alphas. And the winner of this match will go on to No Mercy to face Rhino and Heath Slater. Now, Chad Gable comes out with all kinds of fire, taking care of both Usos, getting a little bit of revenge for what they did to him, injuring his knee. That is, until the Usos manage to tangle up Chad Gable in the ropes and then focus their attack on his injured knee, regaining momentum in the match. Now, finally, Chad Gable makes it to his partner, Jason Jordan, who comes in and not only takes care of one Uso, he takes care of both of them. Jason Jordan was absolutely explosive in this exchange. I love the way these guys come out with fire every single time. Big fan of the Alphas. Both teams went back and forth during the entire match with some high impact, high intensity moves, which was a great way to kick off the show and get the crowd into it. Love these guys. Have I mentioned I love these guys? Now, Jason Jordan had been in the match for quite some time and desperately needed to make the tag, but when he was on his way to make that tag, he noticed that Chad Gable's knee gave out and then refused to make that tag. Playing up Chad Gable's knee injury, awesome storytelling here, and it makes complete sense. God, who the fuck? Is this a WWE product? Jason Jordan staying in the match in order to protect Chad Gable led to the downfall of the American Alphas this evening, as the Usos nailed Jordan with a double super kick and then finished him off with a top rope splash. Your winner for this match, and going on to No Mercy to face Heath Slater and Rhino for the WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, the Usos, who, by the way, are fucking fantastic heels. Up next, we got Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. Now, after a brief flurry of offense from Crews, Baron Corbin completely took over and dominated him. Case in point, Corbin had Crews's head up on the barricade and started delivering some vicious forearms before introducing him into the solid steel ring post and then hitting the end of days to pick up the very convincing win. Up next, we got Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for The Miz's Intercontinental Championship. Now, this was my match of the night. If you didn't get to watch this match live, I highly recommend you look for it and give it a watch. Fantastic stuff. Maybe one of the best TV matches I've seen in quite some time. The Miz and Ziggler have amazing chemistry together, and I'm actually hoping that the end of this match kind of prolongs their feud a little bit, because it's been very entertaining. Now, The Miz picked up the win thanks to a spray bottle with a mysterious liquid that Maryse had tried to use earlier on in the match, but the ref caught her and sent her packing, which is a crime against nature. Who the hell would send Maryse away? You fucking idiot. So like I mentioned, The Miz retained his Intercontinental Championship thanks to a shenanigan or two. Great match. Up next, we got Randy Orton versus Eric Rowan, who, by the way, would be a fantastic monster heel, kind of like Braun Strowman. First of all, he's super athletic for a guy his size. He's hard-hitting, and he's really fun to watch. Now, he spent like 85% of this match on offense, and then Orton hit a DDT and an RKO to pick up the win. Now, after the match, the lights went out, and when they came back on, there was a creepy fucking sheet mask, but no Eric Rowan in the ring, and Bray Wyatt was on the Titantron, who was ready to cut another drug-fueled promo, but of course I didn't pay attention because Bray Wyatt is irrelevant. Next up, we got Natty and Carmella versus Naomi and my girl, 5-star Nikki. Now, this was a weird match. Carmella got herself and Natty disqualified within like 45 seconds, which, interesting strategy. And finally, our main event for the evening pits Dean Ambrose against John Cena. Now, anybody who follows me on Twitter or who checks out my reaction videos knows that I am not a Dean Ambrose fan. In fact, I refer to him as Captain Stupid, Dumb Shit, Fuckface, Idiot. But hey, give the devil his due. He had a pretty damn good match with John Cena this evening, even kicking out of an AA and picking up the surprising win. That's right, John Cena was defeated by Dean Ambrose. Now, Ambrose didn't have too much time to celebrate as AJ Styles came out and does what he does best. He beat up John Cena, and then he beat up Dean Ambrose, and then Daniel Bryan came out and announced that next week on SmackDown Live, there will be a WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose, who takes advantage of a distracted AJ Styles, hitting the dirty deeds and ending this week's edition of SmackDown Live. So there you have it, guys. My SmackDown Live reactions for the week. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be back making these videos for you guys. I took a week off last week, and I was ready to go yesterday, and then Raw sucked the life out of me. Thankfully, SmackDown was leaps and bounds a much better show this week. Very entertaining stuff, top to bottom. The first hour absolutely flew by. I didn't even really see it go by, which is more than I can say for Raw, which just drags on forever and ever and ever. I honestly wish Kevin Owens could just be traded over to SmackDown, and then I wouldn't have to bother with the 3-hour fucking train wreck known as Monday Night Raw. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and tell a friend. It really does help out the channel. If you want to join the Broski Club, hit that subscribe button. I want to thank each and every one of you once again for over 7,000 followers on Twitter, which allowed me to get my very own Pro Wrestling Tees store. Designs are coming in about a week or two. You'll be able to find them over at prowrestlingtees.com/FTITM. So check it out, and hey, buy our t-shirt or two so I can eat this month. Be sure to check out my broskies over at kayfabetoday.com for all kinds of great wrestling-related content you won't find anywhere else, and our podcast. And until next Wednesday morning, guys, these have been my Raw reactions. Fuck! And until next Wednesday morning, guys, these have been my SmackDown Live reactions first thing in the morning.